Hello and welcome back to the Scaper Podcast. As you can tell, obviously not the regular setup. This is where the Scaper Podcast started. One day I was landscaping, listening to Theo Vaughn, and I was like, scaper, landscaper, escape. I was like, Scaper Podcast, the Scaper Podcast, and I just kept. But hey, we are here. This is the Scaper Podcast officially. This is where it all started. And today's topics are Wolverine, Deadpool, of course, are the most popular. And well, I can't really say much until we get into it. UFC 304 results, Sphere, Cory versus Umar, and the Olympics. Let's get right into it.
Wow, bro.
Go. You heard it right.
I'm not a serial killer.
The first topic, of course, is going to be the Deadpool Wolverine, which I'm so glad that the actor strike happened, or the writer strike happened, because I think due to that, this is what we got. It brought out, I think everybody was so frustrated of what was happening that they put all their anger out there. They put all their effort into this movie, I feel like. And wow, Marvel has missed. Doctor Strange was not good, not gonna lie. The last one, I guess, was Endgame, but everybody says Endgame, but that is where it kind of ended, because obviously Tony Stark. So Wolverine is kind of like the second coming of Tony Stark, which Tony Stark is actually, well, the actor, Robert Downey Jr. is now gonna be Doom, which I hope he doesn't, which I know he's a phenomenal actor, but the face is gonna be really, really hard not to associate it with the Iron Man. I wonder how that is going to be playing out. I hope they do it right, but if they did Deadpool right, I feel like they might be able to do this right. It's sad that they kind of have to bring him back, and they took away Kang, but that's all right. I know that the topic was Wolverine, my bad. We will get right into that. The first opening scene was absolutely probably the best opening scenes that I can imagine, other than obviously the beginning of Endgame. We were like, oh damn, 5 years later, what's happening and all that. So that was, it was awesome when he just was digging up Logan's grave, which I didn't know that they were in the same universe, 1005, I think, or something like that. If please put it up here somewhere. And I was like, oh wow, nice. Which now it kind of questions the whole timeline. I'm like, when was he there? But of course, it makes sense that Deadpool was like, I'm not going to be associated with that. But then, I don't know, it's surprising that Charles and Logan left on their own. Maybe they just wanted to be on their own, because obviously Colossals and Super Mega Sonic Teenage Ninja Turtle was there and at the mansion and stuff. So I'm not sure what happened there, but other than that, the best opening ever, I'd say. It was so awesome seeing the gruesomeness right from the start, because as you can tell from the last episodes, we talked about The Boys. And I think everybody was on that hype of The Boys, and as soon as we saw the blood and stuff, that fan base was like, oh wow, this is our movie, and this is and it played off extremely well. So the beginning, and then I thought it was a little weird with Rebecca, I'm not sure what the wife's name is, or like a girlfriend. I was a little weird when like they aren't together, but I guess Deadpool needed to find a purpose. Maybe he got too comfortable with himself and was like, I'm just gonna be this. Maybe after that opening scene with like the second part of the opening, when it was with Happy and they were like, I want to be an Avenger. Which I was surprised that they didn't even consider him for the lower options, because in Spider-Man, the first movie, if I'm not mistaken, when he has a suit and he's out trying to fight the Vulture, Tony's like, no, we have, so Spider-Man was like, so like the Avengers deal with this, and he was like, no, people below their pay grade, but I'm not sure. And then Deadpool was, it was at a different universe. I was like, why was he asking? Because in the opening thingy, he was talking to Happy, and he was like, hey, so is that guy gonna come? Meaning, Iron Man, and is he gonna pop up? And Happy was like, no, I deal with this. And I was like, oh wait, I thought he was dead, but no, obviously, Universe 1005 is completely different. I keep forgetting that Deadpool is not in R616, if I'm not mistaken. So it was really confusing at first, but then the second time I watched it, it was more, obviously, because it was such a good movie that you had to watch it twice, maybe even 3 times in clips in order to actually get it in your mind, because it felt so unreal. It was like, wow, this movie happened, the suit happened, but we'll get more into that in a few. But yeah, and then the TVA came when it was Wade's birthday. And they got him. The guy, I kind of expected Wilson to come out, the guy that plays Cars, the Lightning McQueen, but it was the other British guy, which he did not disappoint. I was kind of thrown off when he was evil, and then I was like, okay, I guess they're gonna go this route, because he was like, no, I want to be the TVA, and I was like, okay. But then, of course, they got sent to the Void, because the main Wolverine was their anchor point, and as soon as an anchor point dies, that whole universe starts to shrivel up and die. And their anchor point was the Wolverine, the one that we all saw in Logan, and yeah, so. And then, of course, Deadpool thinks that he can fix it. He steals a little time thingy and goes to other universes trying to find a different Wolverine. Which amazing cameos! First, they showed the little short Wolverine, which was freaking awesome, and I wish that they would have kept him. But then, of course, it's gonna look really weird, I guess. And I guess just people are more used to tall people. That's what I'm like. Yeah, true. But then, of course, obviously, if all movies were filmed with short people, then everybody would be accustomed to short people. And I don't know, just Hollywood, obviously, the taller the better, the stronger, the faster, whatever. But hey, I would not have minded a short king like me there, which I was like, damn, represent. But first one just absolutely killed him. All of them killed him, even the old Wolverine, the one with the eye patch, which I'm not sure, I'm not completely into that scene. Like, I'm not sure what all the Wolverines were. Obviously the Henry Cavill Wolverine, I was like, bro, what the freak? And he played it really well. His face, at first time I was like, hey, what the heck? And then a second time that I was watching, I was like, okay, nice. Like, I really appreciated it more that he came out. Sorry if I just feel like my eyes are really down and like asleep, so that's why I got these 2 sunglasses here, just in case, to switch it up. But and then after that, then they get sent to the Void, because the British guy, he's like, oh no, you can't reset anchor points. So then they go into the Void, which if I'm not mistaken, I think in Loki he was in the Void, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really watch Loki, kind of skipped it, only watched the recap on YouTube, so I know, but I would definitely now go back. But that was pretty, the Void again, I was kind of unfamiliar with it, only because I was like, what the heck is this? But it was pretty awesome seeing the Ant-Man and the Fox logo there, and then freaking Chris Evans out of nowhere coming out, and he thought and Deadpool was like, oh my god, it's Captain America, but turns out it was just a crappy version, or yeah, I guess a crappy version of Johnny Storm, since he was sent to the Void. And I think just crappy characters are sent to the Void, or characters that are a little crazy, like that British girl that comes up, because they get captured by not the resistance, but like the bad people in the Void, I guess, because of course every place has to have bad people. So then the bad people take the Wolverine, Deadpool, and Johnny Storm to like their main headquarters, and that is where I was like, it was a little weird. And then the Charles Xavier bald girl came out, and I was like, okay, I guess. But it was pretty weird, only because I wasn't familiar with that, and I was like, are they forcing it? Like, couldn't it just have been Charles, like an evil version of Charles? Did they make it a girl? But I was like, whatever. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. She played it well. I was like, okay, so they need to get to her to get out, which is kind of like a waste. It felt like, I don't know, that second part of the movie, the ending of the movie, I don't know. But of course, it did not disappoint, because of like what Deadpool and Wolverine were doing, like with the suit and meeting Nice Pool and all the other Wolverines and Pup Pool, and arguing in the Honda Odyssey, if I'm not mistaken, which actually back then when I was starting the brand, which I don't have any brand on me right now, but it's called Deluxe Co, and I used to want an Odyssey so I can turn that Odyssey van into my Deluxe van, but obviously I went a whole different route, bought myself a sports car, freaking got sick of it because I got into a car accident, and I was like, oh, screw this, I'm too young for it, so But anyways, we skip from that. Hopefully soon now. Honda Odysseys, maybe like a 2001 Honda Odyssey. You never know, and then just put like 2 claws in the back or something. That's a pretty good idea, Isaac. Thank you, Isaac, on my other head. Thank you. But yeah, and then after that, I mean, again, I can go into the specifics because okay, sorry, I forgot. Blade, Deadpool's girlfriend, and the Gambit comes out, which I was like, oh wow. The Gambit and Blade was the coolest. The Katana, I forgot, but it's Daredevil's girlfriend. Oh, Elektra, and I was like, okay, whatever. But of course, it's an awesome throwback to have them in there, which was cool. But then after that, they fought. Oh yeah, and then it was Wolverine's daughter, which was awesome. I was like, okay, cool. She obviously looks nice and grown up now. Like taking good care of the Wolverine mantle and stuff. I was like, okay, nice. So I wasn't disappointed seeing her, honestly. And then obviously the typical, they go fight the people that brought them there and trying to escape. And then when they do escape, kind of a little blurry because I watched it the second time, but just stopped where they met Blade and stuff because I thought that was like the coolest. And then after that, I was like, okay. And then them dying, I was like, yeah, I know, just straight to the spoiler at the end. When of course they have to stop the universe from shriveling up and stuff, and freaking Logan and Deadpool just hold like that to make like a connection with the box so it can stay, or like not rip the universe apart faster, if I'm not mistaken. But that part, again, I guess it made sense in like the whole thing if you like play with Loki or watch Loki. My bad. But again, that was pretty good. The first part of the movie was an absolute 10. The last part of the movie was an 8. I am rating it an 8.5, I would say. 8.5, solid 8.5 though. Solid 8.5. The other movie that I put 8.5 was Spider-Man No Way Home. That was a 9. Maybe a 10. Maybe 9.5, just so I'm not that. But yeah. But yeah, overall, that movie was pretty... Again, an 8 out of 10. Expectations, I hope that Marvel takes this, runs with it, and absolutely changes up their style. Hopefully fitting ours, because I know we have Miss Marvel, the freaking stupid She-Hulk, which I know, but they just didn't put those characters right, I feel. And it just felt very, very forced feminism and all that, which maybe I'm taking it wrong or whatever, but I just felt like that, I guess. And other people on the internet too, it just made them, which of course Miss Marvel I think was more targeted to children and stuff. So in that case, maybe if I was 12 and I saw a Miss Marvel show, I was like, okay, cool, I like this. But after that, they're gonna be coming out with but yeah, so it is Marvel's literally their last chance to make this happen. First, I thought that they were completely dead. But then this brought them back. I know that they were gonna have other projects, but now with Deadpool, it's like they brought them back. If let's say if Endgame was obviously a 10 here, and then all the other crappy movies are over here. Now it's back up, not at its peak, and I don't think it'll ever be at its peak, not even with Civil Secret Wars, if I'm not mistaken. I still don't think that it'll live up to the Endgame, but you never know. I'm just plain biased because obviously everybody loved that other stuff like Infinity War and Endgame. That is the only reason why I say that. But yeah, for freak, that was awesome. That got me right back into Marvel, which is what I needed, another distraction. But yeah, that was freaking awesome. I hope that they take more chances like this and freaking continue, get on the ball, listen to what we want, not make this whole woke bull stuff and freaking ruin it just like how they did all the other movies. No offense to the other movies, but they were booty cheeks. But right after that, we are gonna go to what another event that happened during that area was UFC 304. That was another huge thing. And before I talk about that, I'm gonna switch to the orange glasses. And UFC 304 was an absolute sleeper. Not gonna lie, the only banger was obviously Arnold Allen was pretty good, but of course a decision, but it's all right. He banged it up a little bit. Obviously, next fight, not sure who he's gonna fight. Kind of don't really want to get into that because I'm gonna take my time with Arnold. So let's just skip to the co-main event, which was Bobby King Green versus Patty the Batty Pimblin. And goddamn, dude, that was so quick. I expected. I think in the prediction I said that Bobby was gonna freaking win, or I think I couldn't make a prediction, but this is exactly why. Because I was like, I know Patty is not bad at striking, and obviously Bobby's older, has those same mistakes that he can't fix this late in the game. But damn, Patty, I absolutely killed him, and 1 second faster than Islam, which was funny. So next up, people were saying give Charles Oliveira Patty, which I'm like, no. It's gonna be Patty versus. He already called out the name. It's I know it's not a no name, but it's just somebody that I'm not. Oh, Marciano, or if I'm not mistaken, which that's gonna be, a good fight for him to step up. And then after that, maybe we can give him Charles, maybe Justin Gaethje, maybe Chandler if he is still around after McGregor. Let's see who else we can get in the lightweight, because I feel like Patty literally is 3 fights away from the title. So whether that's Armin or Islam or Charles or whoever has that belt in half a year's time to a year's time, that is gonna be awesome. And hopefully it's in the UK. Hopefully I can go. Hopefully we can get there and do a little POV front seats. Maybe by then we're nice and friendly with the UFC and we can go. But damn, it was good. That was probably the only banger there. Which no, because I'm just going off what Dana White said. But screw that guy right now. Which obviously not screw him, because he's awesome and cool. I don't know. I like watching his interviews and stuff, but I just mean that I think he really did not like that Bilal one. That's why I was like, dude, give him props, dude. I swear, I was at the edge of my seat throughout the entire fight. Obviously, because I knew that Leon could somehow maybe at the 5th round, because remember Usman versus Leon when Usman was absolutely piecing him up, and then at the end the head kick landed. That is what I was like, maybe that's gonna happen. Maybe Leon is gonna freaking knock his ass out. But no, freaking. The 5th round did get way intense, and I would have given it heavily to Leon only because he cut the hell out of Bilal right here in the forehead, which is freaking awesome again. But yeah, for Bilal did the Khabib and absolutely mauled him. He struck with him. He stood up. He was not afraid, and that is what Leon was not expecting. I know I have heard I don't want to say excuses, but some things from his coaches already, that he was sick. And also Leon, at the end of the interview, he was like, yeah, I wasn't feeling my best. I was tired from round 1 all week, basically. And you're like, okay, nice. And I say nice because I was like, okay, nice, an excuse. But no. Oh, damn, sorry. My little brother's here. It's just gonna be a little loud if I'm not mistaken. Oh, never mind. I guess it's not my little brother. I guess it's just a passerby, because I have my garage again half open because it is hot as balls here, and I do not want to die. Again, I have the fan and the water, but I'm feeling nice and fresh. But yeah, so that was an awesome fight. In my opinion, I know Dana White really did not like it because it was what did he say? I forgot what he said, but I know that he said that it was boring, which in my opinion was not boring. Because again, I kind of expected Leon to just come out and freaking. But again, the only reason why I wanted Leon to win so Islam can be next. Which I know that the welterweight division is stacked right now. Obviously with Shavkov, I was gonna say Ian, but no, right? So Shavkov, RDJ, if I'm not mistaken, or RD something, and then Usman is still in there, of course. So it's like, who can go? But damn, now Bilal. So it's gonna be Bilal versus Shavkov, which is awesome. And then hopefully, I don't want to say this, but hopefully Shavkov wins, so Islam can be like, no, brother, I got you. And then he comes in, fools him, and then he's a double champ. Oh, my bad, I did not mean to break that. I just, but yeah, that was third. Create. But hopefully that is what is next. And then of course the next UFC event is gonna be Cory, which is just a fight night, but it's alright because I think it's gonna be either way. It's gonna be pretty good. I'm not sure who the undercard is. I know Nick was supposed to fight under there, but sadly, the only other card that I'm looking for there is Tony, which in Tony's words, this is not his last fight, so I am prepared and I'm down with it. I like Tony's energy. I like watching his interviews. Some people I can't watch his interviews. Like, for example, I like Cory's. I didn't really watch. I watched Umar's. Like, I don't know. For some reason, people that interest me, and Tony is absolutely one of them. So, hopefully, he gets his win against. I had his name in the end of my tongue. Senato. Fuck. I know it's a C word, but I hope he comes in. Damn it! I know that. I think it's gonna be the battle of the Darces, and then somebody in a comment section of a UFC pre-post commentary, they were like the Darce Knight, which was funny. And so hopefully Tony gets a Darce at the end of the third round and finishes him. Do I think Cory versus Umar? For some reason, I feel like Cory is absolutely gonna smoke Umar like this, like Sugar versus Aljamain, just like this for some reason. Which that's because I like Umar more than Cory. Which just because like the Dagestan and I've always followed Khabib and stuff like that. That is the only reason. But of course, also I watch Cory's YouTube channel, which like his fight breakdowns or his teaching. I basically watch just that. His interviews, he's a little dull, not gonna lie, kind of like me, but who cares? Not everybody can be a superstar like freaking Conor McGregor. But either way, that is gonna be. Hopefully, it's a long, grueling fight. It's either gonna be because I know Umar cannot finish him that quick and grab him. I just know that it's not gonna happen. But again, I could be wrong because I didn't expect Bilal to do that to Leon. So maybe the same thing is gonna happen, and we are gonna see an absolute massacre. But I'm not sure. I could absolutely see Cory freaking being way too agile, freaking kneeing him up the middle, kicking him shit in the face or something, and boom, the Umar train is derailed, and later on they'll do their own thing, which, of course, the winner is going to get a title shot against Sugar. Who do I think is a better name for Sugar? Cory. I mean, I guess Cory. Both stylistically the same, kind of. But of course, Umar has that Nurmagomedov last name, so maybe it'll be kind of maybe a fourth of what Conor versus Khabib did, but you never know. But imagine if Sugar loses, and imagine if Cory loses, and it's freaking Umar and Merab, two Russian people. That's gonna be really interesting. That would be what the freak. We went into a different parallel universe. But that would be awesome. That would be something that I would not expect at all. You never know here, because this is a fight game. This is UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. And the next, I was looking at the Sphere, of course, because the Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili, if I'm not mistaken, and Alexa versus I'm not sure. Okay card, not gonna lie. Definitely does not feel like a Sphere card. I feel like Sphere card, they could have waited for the end of the year with Conor and Chandler and O'Malley even under there. That would have been cool, because the Sphere, I feel like it's special, which sure, Mexican Independence Day, I appreciate it as a Hispanic and as my family's all Mexican, but I just would have waited. I mean, of course, I don't know, maybe they just did it because they're like, we gotta compete with Canelo. We really gotta compete with Canelo. Which even if they have the Sphere, I feel like Canelo is gonna do maybe 100 million, and UFC would do maybe 70 million there. Which is, again, that's why I was like, I would have rather have had that card, not do as good as a Canelo card, but not even, and just be at a regular like the O2 Arena or something like that. But I guess, I don't know. I would have. But of course, I say but I'm not president. I'm not associated with UFC. Obviously, they're not going to take advice from a super little 22-year-old kid. But I'm just saying, I feel like I would have waited for a Conor and put, or not even Conor, maybe just two banger title fights, maybe three. So it would have been Alexa at a third, Sugar Sean O'Malley at the second, and then the first one maybe Charles again versus Islam, or something. That would have been a freaking beautiful card. With freaking Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz in there too, freak. That's a nipple twister. But I was looking, and the regular tickets for the Sphere is $90 each, just to like watch the scenery in there. I think it's like real life safari-esque style, so that'll be pretty cool. Again, for $100 is not bad, but again, the food is probably there is another $100. But still, I guess hopefully the experience is at least 2 hours long. $50 an hour though, jeez, that's twice as what we all make. But freak it, I would still go. Hopefully, I think me and my family are actually gonna go next year or something, or maybe if UFC sponsor, any tickets. Hopefully by then we keep on doing what we do and escape to new terrains. Whoops. But I saw at the starting UFC freaking package, the first farthest stupid ticket, which you're not gonna see anything, which of course probably it's like this. So like even if the main event is all the way over there, I'll probably still be able to see it off the screen right here, which is not that bad, which is okay, I guess. Which $98 for a big screen. I mean, that's regular price. No. For the Sphere, for the UFC Noche, it's $3K, $3 each person. Which whatever, right? Whatever. If you can, you can. And then the best seats, which are right there, are $15K each. Which, I mean, again, if you got a sponsorship, if UFC's paying for it, go. But of course, it's gonna be a once in a lifetime. Hopefully, maybe they're back for UFC 400. That'll be awesome. And I bet that'll happen. I'm a mark it right here, and that's definitely gonna happen. Just watch. But I just wanted to move on now, real quick, to the Olympics. But just this one guy that really caught my attention, which people are calling the 007. Everybody had glasses like mine, or except this one was like bent up and stuff, and it just shot. For the shooting, I know they use a 22. That's all I know, because I was into like the competitive shooting back then, which I say back then, but it was maybe like 2-3 months ago, or a month ago. And wooden guns that they were using, it reminded me of like a Walther, which their Olympic style gun is $2,000, which is not that bad. But of course, I think it only fires 5 shots of 22 long rifle, which is alright. I think I'd buy that if obviously I had the money and stuff. But back to this 007 guy, I think he's from India, or he looks kind of Indian. I'm sorry if he's from somewhere else, but he freaking brought nothing. He was bare. He was like, he didn't even close his eye and reopen it. I think he just did this, and he shot, and he got silver. And people in the comments were like, of course he's gonna get silver, he doesn't want to get outed. And then people were like, he got silver because the silver matches his hair. I was like, that's probably true. I was like, I'm not gonna get exposed here. But that was awesome, man. Before, of course, I just wanted to talk a little bit about like a journey and all this. I started this I started landscaping when I was 12 because of my stepdad and stuff like that. I used to think that it was like not a burden, but something that like I don't want to do this. But now, 22 years old, after 10 years of doing it, I noticed that it's like a stepping stone, and I just want to. And it's pretty smart to have like a good business here, maybe like take care of it, and then maybe if this business takes off even bigger and bigger and bigger, millions or whatever, then just focus on this full time. Move to Austin. Maybe start another landscaping company up there, or like the same one, just have one up there north Texas and one here South Texas. But I don't know. Hopefully y'all like the tractor. This is a 0-turn tractor. We have been using Ferris for literally over 20 years. Ferris is literally the only way to go. I do not use any other brand because, I mean, of course, other brands are probably good. Ow, I got this thing stuck in my hair. All stupid. But yeah, Ferris for the tractors. For the weed eaters, sometimes steel or echo, depending. For the leaf blowers, always steel, even though sometimes we can switch it up with echoes. For the trimmers, just pure echoes. The edgers, pure echoes. If you guys need any advice, any business advice, I know I'm not the brightest shell in the shellfish bunch, but I swear I'm here for anybody that has any questions. Leave any comments, concerns down there. I hope soon we'll be having a phone number. I know it's kind of copying like Theo Vaughn and all that, but I just really want to talk to you guys that are watching. Maybe we have had the same problem. Anybody younger, of course, I'm 22. Even though I feel freaking 33, it's like, oh wow, I already feel old as heck. But it's alright, you know. Life continues. Trying to appreciate it every day. I pray that everybody has a safe weekend. Today is Thursday. Recording it a little late. Recording a new one because I just wanted to switch it up. And so we have these tractors here at my house. I usually at our shop, but since we're behind on like the water and all the rain and stuff, we brought them here. Like these are a second pair of tractors. So one group will go finish up, and then we will start with a tractor. So the other group just comes in, weed eats, leaf blows, and we try and finish it quicker. You know what I mean? That is just how we do it here. Of course, I'm always open to tips and stuff. But this is hopefully not that short of an episode. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. Hopefully you guys like the setup. Definitely not going to be the last of this. I want to continue doing something different. Maybe next episode I'll be outside. Hopefully the fan wasn't too loud. Hopefully I'm loud enough to where it covers everything. Shout out to the new editors. I don't know. I just found out that I really can't do it alone. I've been editing on my phone and it's super hard. And I know I keep rambling on, but I'm here for you guys and you guys are here for me. And I know that mental health is like always crapped on when it comes to men and stuff like that. No, we gotta stick together. And I know most of us don't like saying anything because it's like we don't want to complain. Nobody cares. Everybody has their own business, like their own thing going on, which is absolutely true. But just try and be there for one another. Family is the most important thing, is what I figured out, which of course sounds a little dumb. But you can absolutely always talk to them, which sometimes, like for me, it took 22 years to finally be able to talk to, well, 20 years or, because obviously I'm not talking as a baby, but it took me a really long time to actually open up to my family and finally tell them what was going on and personal stuff like that. So obviously I'm not telling them everything, slowly at a time, but like when I told them about a breakup, like that really helped me. Sorry, I freaking got scared. I thought something was up there. I was like, oh shoot. But yeah, I know sometimes we think that family is going to judge us, or we're trying to be perfect for them, trying to be strong for them. But the more we do that, the more we wither ourselves away, and the more we will not be left there for the family. Which, just try and do your best. The family is there. That's all you got to know. Blood, because you know the family is there with you, you know. But friends and stuff like that, it's like everybody has different directions. Of course, family also has different directions, but it's more interwoven with blood and stuff. And I know obviously blood isn't always thicker than water, but still, just personally, I found that finally talking to family is a lot more, because obviously they care about you, they've raised you, they've seen you young, and sometimes we cut them off because we don't want them to worry or stress or overthink, because maybe they're open and you're not, and you're just there to listen and you want to listen to them. But just try. Let's try. That's all you gotta do. Just try. That's the best advice that anybody can get and give. Just try, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. Which, as soon as 22, I feel like, oh my god, I feel like I wasted so much time. But hey, don't look back. Just keep forward. All that looking back is it's gonna F with your neck. So just keep forward, brothers and sisters. Keep on going, amigos. I love you all. Thank you so much again for tuning into the Skaper Podcast. And hopefully you like the Beaner Podcast, the Real Skaper Podcast. Peace out. I love you guys. And I'm gonna stop it.